What's up, guys, and welcome to my video review of Dark of the Moon, Sergeant Noble, just that dude right there, and Tailpipe, Pinpointer. Well, this is Dark of the Moon, Human Alliance Basic, and I believe this is part of wave 2 of that line. And yeah, overall, this is how it comes packaged, and you'll see here that the really unique part about this Human Alliance is that it not only comes with a Human Alliance dude, but it also comes with a minicon. This is, as you can see, like a gun, a double-barreled gun, and if you do a little close-up of the actual robot, you can see that he has a really cool face or head, I guess. It has like these quadrupled-eyed head um, and I think one of the remarkable things, I guess, about this one is that it has paint apps. It has the blue right here, which is pretty distinguishing from this point of view, and then you have some of the gold here. And I don't know if you can see inside, but there's red, and then there's another gold here. So there's actually some good paint apps, considering the fact that a lot of the Dark of the Moon so far, paint apps have been an issue, and so it's pretty good that it has these kind of details in it already for these Human Alliance basics. And then of course here's the minicon, and it has a mech tech port on the bottom for it, so that you could be able to hold it. And of course when it does, it breaks apart. But overall, that's what it looks like. Although since it's so big, it looks like it's just another. I mean, it's huge, so that's pretty cool. I mean, I guess it's along the lines of the mech tech line, but yeah, that's the minicon. I'll just do the minicon real quick. It's a double-barreled gun, and all you have to do is pretty much open this up, bring this out, okay, and then just twist the waist around, okay, and there you have the minicon. Now, actually, I also want to flip these around, see, so you can see the reds here, okay. But there's a minicon. Pretty cool. It's actually pretty detailed in terms of the paint apps and the red and the black. The double-barreled gun, you could actually, point forward so it could shoot from there. But then officially for transformation, it's supposed to just fold up in the back. Okay, so that's a pretty cool thing. Now, since there is a minicon included in this, the actual Human Alliance figure or the robot is actually smaller, and it actually reminds me of a scout class, of the old scout class from Revenge of the Fallen. So for me, I was a big fan of the scouts, so I'm liking this size. So those are the two figures. Now I'm just going to get into transformation real quick. It's pretty simple. What I like to do is actually first, you'll see that, actually I'll just give you a back view real quick. You'll see that there's these wheels here. So that's a pretty cool view, and then the wheels you could actually move out and back and forth as part of the transformation, but I'll show you more about that once we actually get into transformation. Okay, what I like to do is actually fold these up. Okay, you have these. I just like to fold them up. Okay, same in the back here. Okay, and once that's folded up, you basically accordion the legs up. Peg it down. Not peg it down. There's no tabs really. Oh, there it comes off again. And some parts of these is really loose, but it's not that bad. And then right over here. And then once you actually accordion those up, what ends up happening is that you actually, there's these tabs here on the side, which actually peg these together really well. Okay. After you do that, you want to actually get these out of the way, so I just bend these forward and bend it out of the way, so you get those out of the way, okay, and then what happens is that you want to get the chest out, okay, these unpeg, and you fold it out, and then you actually fold the head in, okay, and that actually forms the front part right here, okay, and I'll bring it forward this way, and then this, you have to actually bend the body forward again, okay, and try to get this chest piece down, okay, and push it all the way down, and then you'll notice that there's a notch here that will actually notch into this red area here, okay, and so you just tab that in, and see, this happens a lot also when you're trying to get things positioned. Okay, there it snaps in really nice. Okay, and then you put the head of the motorcycle that way. Okay. Now and then after that, it's a lot of just putting things into place. Okay, so you see these wheeled parts, you flip it around. Okay. Now the cool thing about this transformation is that when you actually, it's this way, and then it won't let you go this way. So even if you're getting confused, you can be able to flip it that way, and that's the only way it'll flip. And then you'll notice you can just accordion these in. Okay. Okay, and then you'll notice this one actually positions backward. Okay. Okay, and then the arms, okay, you'll notice that there's a tab here which will also tab into this actual hole here. Okay, and what I like to do is just fold it that way, and then you'll tab in nicely. Do the same on the other side, tab in nicely. Okay, and then you'll see here that once you actually get the wheels in place, okay, you just fold the arms down and try to position it so that you can maybe position it that way so the arms, it doesn't look so obvious that they're arms. Yeah, basically you just basically fold the arms down, and then you'll notice this swivels downwards. Okay, and you can swivel this back up a little bit. Okay, and then this part is actually supposed to move down, and part of the problem I have with this figure is that I have a hard time trying to line this up so that it actually looks like it's part of that wheel, but there I got it more or less. Okay, and then there is the motorcycle mode. Okay, actually I'm not quite done. I want to be able to position these. Okay. Okay, now it looks more like a motorcycle mode. Okay, it's a pretty cool motorcycle mode. It has the signature eyes are actually in the front. They're not, of course, it's not the head, but then the four eyes. So it looks like he's staring right at you as he's driving. So that's pretty cool. You have the gold paint apps over here, nice Autobot symbol here, and you have the big exhaust pipe. And so it's a pretty cool motorcycle. I mean, it's not the greatest. And the other thing is that it doesn't really stand up too well unless you maybe prop this down a little bit, but that looks pretty silly. So yeah, otherwise the big gripe I have about, I guess, this mode is that there's no stand, there's no kickstand for it to be able to stand up. And the other thing is, of course, the arms, they just look folded in. They don't, that's one of the things. It just looks like it's, you know, he's like flexing as it's riding along. But those are the only minor gripes I have about it. And then the cool thing is, you'll notice that there's these two holes here. Okay, right there. I'm sorry. When I do Human Alliance figures, I don't like to demonstrate with the Human Alliance figure because practically I just don't think. Well, I just think that they're just lame. Okay, and here's just a close-up look, and he looks kind of creepy because, like, I don't know if you guys can really tell, but forget it. Anyways, it's kind of silly. I don't like using it, so I'll just put it on the side. The Minicon, actually, what you want to do is you'll see that there's these two tabs here, and you want to make sure that the MechTech port is out of the way. You want to fold these gun barrels forward, and then fold this in, okay, from the back. All right, and then you'll notice that there's these tabs here, which will tab into these silver bits. They're not so secure, so that's the only drawback, but there you have the gun mode back again for this Minicon. And then you'll just plug this into these holes here, and you have a really really armored up, you know, cool motorcycle with a big gun on its back. So that's pretty cool. And then of course you have the 3mm clips here. And overall, I like the alt mode. I'm thinking, well, I'll give you the triple changer mode, I guess the weapon mode. Okay, and what you basically do is just get the arms out of the way, and then you'll just fold these down, okay, and then flip it back forward this way, and then you want to move it forward so that you have clearance for these arms, and then you bring these arms back in, and then you flip it out this way, Okay. Okay. Now the hard part about this is that you have these actually have a hard time with this all the time, but basically I'll just use a tool. But I flip these out, okay, and I know I'm using nail clippers, but it's the only thing I could find right now. And then you flip these out also, and there you have blades, which look cool, but this is basically the weapon mode for, you know, the mech tech port. The mech tech port down there, and there's a weapon, and you can imagine you putting this on a leader figure or something, and yeah, it's just basically. And then you have the Human Alliance dude that just, you know, he sits here while, you know, while that's getting controlled. And I personally don't think it's that cool at all. And I know that you can be able to actually, you know, put this on, and it looks like a pretty cool gun. But otherwise, if you had this without it, then it just looks like a motorcycle that happens to have these blades sticking out. And let's go back in again. But I mean, I like the fact that it's just not, you know, there's always guns for these, but the fact that it's just these double-bladed things, it looks very Decepticon-ish, I guess. But I don't know. I don't know what to think about it, but overall, I think it's it's okay. Okay, so yeah, overall, I do like this figure. I don't like it as much as the first wave of the Human Alliance, basic Human Alliance, but what I recommend it, if you're a completist, I think it's a cool figure. I think if you're really into motorcycle transformers and minicons, definitely it's a buy. It's not one of my favorites, just basically because nothing really plugs into place solidly. So as you're trying to transform or fiddle with things, this will fall apart, not fall apart, but just, you know, come apart. And these don't really, I mean, you know, some of them you have to kind of fidget with it. And so nothing really plugs into place really safely or solidly. So those are one of my major gripes about, you know, this one for Tailpipe and Pinpointer. So, but I do like the paint apps, and I like the color. And I think it is a good addition to the basics Human Alliance line for the Dark of the Moon toys. So thanks for watching, and I hope to see you guys later. Bye.